everybody, hello and welcome to round 1 of the 2023.1 Sim Cup season. We are at Silverstone tonight and we are racing the, let me just get the name of this car 100% correct. It is the Porsche 911 GT3 Cup car, the Type 992. I've raced this one before in an ad hoc race, and I must say it is quite the experience. No traction control, very limited ABS, just pure power underneath you. You have to be really, really careful with what you're doing. Just to introduce myself, it is going to be me, Mr. Sus for the rest days, and welcome. And I'm going to be joined in the booth by Gascoigne, or at least he promised that he'll be joining me. It's going to be an interesting one, I believe. He's just running a little bit late, so hopefully he'll be joining soon. Right, to get through some of the formalities quickly, everybody is currently still practicing, I believe. Let me maybe see if I can figure out. Maybe qualifying has started already. I'm not 100% sure, but let me quickly get through everything. Just some info. We are at Silverstone tonight. This is the full layout. I would say I can't remember what the exact term is, but we are using the old National Pit Straight. Well, National Pit Straight and pit boxes. So it's not the pits at the Hamilton Straight. It's the pits before Cops. Between Woodcote and Cops. It changes things up a little bit, especially if you're used to Silverstone with the Grand Prix layout that we normally see. It can be a little disorienting when you get to some of the chicanes first time. Silverstone is quite flat, so it's a little difficult to distinguish some turns here and there, but in my view, still one of the most fun tracks that I know of. Then, in terms of the weather for tonight, it is gonna be a chilly 10 degrees average ambient temperature. We're racing from 2 p.m. until 3 p.m. I don't think that's the time that we are qualifying, though. Qualifying is happening on the Saturday of the simulated weekend from 12 p.m. So, that said, let's get back to the mainstream so that we can start looking at the action. Bring up the boards there. Here's that I needed to quickly restart my broadcast software, and now it's gotten rid of some things. I might have to make small adjustments here and there, but yeah. Okay, so we are still in free practice. It's gonna be, I saw around about 35 people rocking up for the race, for the driver's brief, so really seeing what these drivers can do. Let me just do this quickly. Okay, got our sponsors going. Everybody is starting to get ready now for their qualifying runs, so we've bumped to pits. We'll go green in just a moment. And I'm gonna make sure that we are at least looking someone that is started. Anthony has pulled out of the pits but decided against it. Let's see if I can find focus on someone that is outside. Right, so Ryan van Wyk in the Holson Foods livery. Did check that everything downloaded, so everything should be fine. Quick welcome to everybody in YouTube chat there. Andrea and Falso, Heinrich Libber, Mad Dog and Robin van der Merwe. Very, very good to have you here. We're anxiously waiting to see what the drivers can do. The track is already optimal. It's just a very, very cold track. We didn't add any rain in here tonight. I still think it's going to be a cracker. This is a very, very bumpy track for this Porsche. The Grumpy Monkey team that I'm part of, they complained a lot about the the car hopping and skipping and bouncing quite a bit. I'm just keeping an eye out. It's looking like I might be having a small glitch with the screen, but it all seems fine. Okay. So while everybody is on their outlaps, I'm happy to report that since we have started this season, we have switched our charity this time to looking at it right now to Starting Chance. They help out. Let me read the nice blurb for you. Starting Chance is a non-profit organization that specializes in early childhood development and the transformation of shack schools.
Alright guys, welcome. Just in time for qualifying. I managed to get some nice open air, clean track.
New fastest lap for Thompson, 2:03.32. The leader has just done a 2:02.59. The leader has just done a 2:01.40. Watch these track limits. 10 minutes to go, that's 10 minutes left. Sector 2, yellow flag, B31. Green flag, Sector 2. is new fastest lap for Wilkin, 2:01.07. Yellow flag. You're clear of the incident, green flag. Your brake temperatures are looking good. Your right sides are cold. B33. Front tyres are cold. Fastest lap for Wilkin, 2:00.9. Yellow flag. You're clear, incident clear. Sector 2 is 1.4 seconds off the pace. Yellow flag, stay sharp. Green flag, you're clear, E14. That's your fastest lap today. Sector 3 is 0.44 off the pace. Ten minutes of fuel remaining. 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left. Green flag, sector 3. Yellow flag. That's half fuel. You've used half your fuel. Incident clear. Green flag. Sector 3 is yellow. Yellow flag. The incident's clear. Green flag. Your front brakes are pretty hot now. Right side tyres are cold.
Setup's working. Just a bit,
Yellow flag.
but I'm tense after that, holy crap.
Blue flag. Green flag, all clear. 15th place.
Right side, clear right.
Green flag, sector 2. Sector 1 is 1.3 seconds off the pace. Minutes to go, 2 minutes. Yellow flag. Green flag, incident clear. The guy behind has just done a 202.94. Sector 1 is yellow. Sector 1 is green. The leader's just done a 2:00.7 seconds. 16th place. Your brake temps look good. Sector 3 is 0.7 off the pace. Sector 2 is clear. Sector 1 is 0.34 off the pace. Yellow flag. Your front tyres are cold. Green flag. Slap will be invalidated. Watch the track limits.
It might not be the case. There was a bit of complaining in the Grumpy Monkey space that the tires weren't enjoying the colder temperatures. Right, so Nick's still 1/10 up. And as I say that, I'm quickly glancing to Sean Strydom on my timing data. So Nick does improve, but it's not enough to get him ahead. Ooh, he's exactly the same time as Ryan Barrington Smith. Right, so just jumping to Sean Strydom. Ooh, he's managed to find a little bit of traffic here. I'm wondering 404. Let's see, 404. Leon van Vieren ahead. Leon backs off. That probably ruined... Well, Leon probably said, cool, I'm not going to gain anything. Hopefully just didn't get too much in the way. Seeing some last stragglers as we're waiting for the time to run out. So Sean dives into the pit, says, nah, I've done enough, I can take P1. Hopping back to Roxanne Bartle, also part of the Grumpy Monkey crew. She's currently 5/10 up on her delta. Arvia slightly ahead of her. Was right on the bubble, it seemed, but not quite there. Roxanne was finishes, well, claims P14 for the race start. So top 5 there: Sean Stradom in P1, Charles Wilkin in P2, Ryan Barrington Smith in P3, Nick Hodgson in P4, and Endrin Govender rounding out the top 5. I'm really excited to get this going. I'm gonna go for a very quick ad break. I'll see everybody in just a bit.
It's going to be fun.
I'm doing well and looking forward to the action. Seems like I made it just in time to see all of the fun start.
Right, I'm gonna just hop into our helicam. Let's focus there on Mr. Ryan Barrington Smith.
Oh, it's hard to warm up tires at this pace.
Brake, drag.
Takes quite a man to extract the best out of this car, let's say.
So I only did we had a little ad hoc race one day, and it was on Zandvoort. But what was interesting to me was how there was this like ebb and flow of like from a grip point of view. It was almost like the tires would heat up a little too much, and then you lose grip. And then once you reel your driving back in and you get comfortable again, the tires would come alive again. So you do quick lap, slow lap, quick lap, slow lap, quick lap, slow lap the whole time. And then you have to, because this is happening all throughout, you have to be adjusting your driving style, because once you lose grip, it's so much easier to go and spin out when you stomp on the throttle. The ultimate thing for me that it taught me was just throttle control, being a lot more patient with when I get on throttle, and not just hammering it down and hoping for the best.
Everyone's tires.
2016.
26-ish.
Yeah, 25. Pressure, temperature about 63. Supposed to be 60. going to follow car number 519.
7. Yeah. I'm in my lane.
Okay, good luck, guys.
That's Sean.
Go, go, go.
Car right. Still there. Hold your line. Still there. Clear right. On your right. Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear right.
Yellow flag. Incident clear. Green flag.
On your left. Clear left. Car left. Hold your line. Clear left.
13th place. Wilkin is now in the lead. hours, 205.00. It's all over you. Keep your exit speeds up, stay smooth. The leader has just done a 201.58. That lap was at 202.90.
Car right. Clear right.
Come on, don't let him get away. The guy in front is Thompson.
On your right. Clear right.
Use all the track, force him to find the gap. Pit window opens in 2 minutes.
There's some interesting works here tonight. I like let's say the originality to almost take, well, the deliveries I've seen so far, I've taken it away from the Porsche tradition, which to me is a good thing in a way, because this car specifically is like a bit of a canvas. Doesn't really have any aggressive designs that are going to make you conform to what you've seen before.
Yeah.
But gives you a bit of a chance to, I think, paint it as you want it. So we'll see some driving expression, I think, both in the paint schemes and on track.
Right, I'm jumping up ahead to P5. Jaco Albert on the back. I suspect this move might have already been made. No, Jaco Albert and Sean Loureiro. Sorry. Jaco Albert and Sean battling it out for P5. Sean is right on the tail of Jaco Albert at the moment, heading into Stowe now. Ooh, and Jaco runs slightly wide. That exit of Stowe is one of the track cut positions you have to be really, really careful for. ACC can be very harsh with its track limit penalty sometimes. So 3 warnings, then you know you have to really back off and be careful, because on your 4th warning, you're going to be served with a drive-through penalty.
Slipstream doesn't look like it makes the world of difference. Otherwise, there were maybe just some better exits from Yaku than we realized. But tell me a bit about so throttle management in this car. Is it still adjustable on the fly? Is there something you can use a bit to defend still if you aren't getting followed?
As far as I know, there aren't any throttle maps. You only have some limited ABS options. So it's not the ABS options available in the full GT3 car. And Jaco Alberts makes a mess of left field there. He head back. How much time did he lose? He slotted in right behind Sean now. But that's what I was alluding to. You have to kind of feel for the limit. You're gonna be slowly adding more and more throttle, and like as soon as you feel that twitch, just lift off ever so slightly so that the car doesn't completely spin out. That's what I found was fastest for me, just trying to get that consistency. Because if you can get the rear to step out ever so slightly, you're going to generate that little bit of amount of slip to help you rotate the car through some of the corners. But it's a knife's edge. You have to be really careful. I really struggle to do that consistently. I find myself often well below the limit instead of like really riding on the limit to be fast.
100%. I was surprised to see, I mean, in some cars you'd call that the slip angle. He really didn't get too squirrely, but lost so much time and grip obviously doing that. So this car really has a bit of a heavy punishment from the drivers when they do get it wrong.
It's that heavy rear. Like once you get tires sliding, you have to get them to grip up before you can expect to go again. I'm just dropping, and as I drop down I see the gap expanding a bit. Oh, that's René Leach and Gregory Hofart. Gregory managing the overtake. I can actually hop back by about 30 seconds to go and view that. So Greg in the tow on the what's the straight before Stowe?
That would be Wellington.
No, that's the Wellington.
Sorry, it's the airstrip straight.
Okay, so interestingly enough, Gregory managing to get the overtake done because on exit, who was that now? On exit, Anthony. Oh, I've completely forgotten who that was. But on the exit, no, it's René Leach. On the exit, on the exit of Stowe, René just lost a tiny bit of grip there. And Gregory managing to maintain some speed out of the corner, managed to get pull ahead before they got to the Vale chicane.
So to correct both of us, that is the Hanger Straits,
but
also not referred to as the Hamilton Straits, of course.
No, but the Hamilton Straight is at the main pit, the international pit lane.
Is that?
Yes.
I confused. It's explained as the Hamilton Straight then, but then we'll have to just call it by its old correct name, the Hanger Straits, I guess.
You know what? I have a map that I can quickly look at and show everybody so that we can settle this dispute.
Well, I can't officially say where the Hamilton Straight is now, but I know that's the Hanger Straight.
Okay, no, so the Hamilton Straight is at the main pit, the pit line that's used for F1. The Hanger Straight is before Stowe, and the Wellington Straight is before Brooklands and Luffield.
There we are.
Okay, now I've got my lingo down. I can much better figure out where the battles are happening. We're going back to P5 now. Sean Loureiro has Arvia Mare all over the back of him. They're coming into Village Chicane now. Sean managing to just park it on the apex, but that's going to lose him time to Nick in the up ahead. Ooh, Sean just stepping it out, but still managing to get the better exit compared to Arvia.
The gap to Thompson ahead is now 0.8. slight buzzer. 202.70. Sector 2 is 0.7 off the pace. Don't let this guy intimidate you. New fastest lap for Wilkin, 201.56. You're reeling Thompson in, the gap's now 0.8. That lap time was 203.20. your fuel. Your tyre temps are looking good. Make him do all the work. Focus on your exits. That lap was a 2:04.05. Keep it within the track limits. Searching, you'll find a gap.
Right side. Clear right.
Thompson ahead is increasing. It's now 1.2. We've just cut the track. The gap behind is now 0.8.
do tyres, Sean. I mean, we can
Change
use 30
position.
seconds
Don't let him
anyway.
through.
That's all fine.
The gap to Thompson ahead is now 0.7. P13, the car behind's pitting.
Let's go, buddy. Yeah, I've been slacking, yeah.
Stay close, wait for him to crack. P12. The gap to De Villiers ahead is increasing. It's now 4.7. Got 10 minutes of fuel remaining. We're halfway through. The gap to Wilson behind is now 3.7. Right, the guy ahead of us is Govender. front tyres. Yellow flag, stay sharp. Clear of the incident, green flag, you're reeling, go Venda in, the gap is now 1.3. Yellow flag. Green flag, you're clear. The lead car's pitting. Minutes of fuel remaining, 5 minutes. There's a car leaving the pits. Watch your speed. You'll be coming out into traffic. When we exit the pits, we should be in position 12, right with B33 and B30. Watch your mirrors, there's a car approaching. Blue flag.
So I suspect he is... Yes, I think he might have been taking tires now. We'll have to wait and see just how close to Arvia he does exit. Just jumping to Arvia quickly. Arvia crossing the finish line now. So Sean is actually ahead by quite a bit. And okay, this is then where we see the difference in strategy. Sean taking only fuel and Arvia then taking tires.
And just based on the fact that we've almost gone 40 minutes into this race already, seeing how 9 out of the current top 10 runners have not yet pitted, I'd say that must be the favored strategy. Avoid as much time as in the pits as possible, leave it on track, stay ahead of back traffic.
But it's a balance. I think with running a strategy like this where you don't take tires, you have to really find the balance. How heavy can you go in the first stint with fuel to still gain enough time in the second stint? Because just filling up and taking a single is also not ideal in some cases. That extra weight can cost you quite a bit of time. Right,
absolutely.
Joel Wilkins still out. I'm trying to be a chameleon and keep an eye on his laps there. I see Nick Hodgson has also gone to pit, so he was running P4. So we still have to, and I suspect he might still be comfortable in P4 when the others have pitted, unless of course he took tires. Back to Roxanne Bartle in P17, still Byron Thompson hounding the back of that Porsche. Into Luffield they go. Byron looking like he wants to go for it, but it's difficult to make an overtake stick through maggots and Beckett's if you're gonna go side by side. You need to be fully alongside to make a move like that stick.
100%. That's there's no move to be made there. What you're doing is just telling that driver to get a move on, or you're coming for them, especially once you get to hang straight.
So Renier Leach, the last driver in the top 10 that is yet to pit. His last lap time at 2:05.6, and Nick, who is 1.5 seconds behind him, at 2:02.1. So big pace difference there. And it just indicates to me that Mr. Leach hasn't gone to pit yet. I do hope Charles Wilkin keeps an eye on this pit window. We've got about just over 8 minutes to go. And keep in mind, I think you need to be stationary by the time the pit window closes. I have not been able to fully test this theory just yet. Like it's not, I don't think it's enough to be in the pits when the pit window closes. You have to be stationary. I might be wrong, but it's It's always been very risky in my view to to enter the pits with only a few seconds to go.
Yes, so, well, at least from the general rules of most of the series, your pit mechanics may not touch the car once the pit window closes. So they would need to, I guess, have a little bit of flexibility in ACC perhaps. But yeah, provided they start work on the car before that clock is up, they should be safe. But that would be leaving it very late, especially at a 2-minute plus lap.
I just switched to the Bartle-Thompson battle. I had to hold my breath. They were overtaking back markers right before Maggots and Beckett's. It was a really, really scary moment. I was wondering if they were going to be forced to go side by side. Interesting seeing Sean Bingham looking... Oh, Sean Stratham probably just overtook him. So Sean's still showing that he is pretty confident in the car and the tires that he has on there. Mr. Charles Wilkin is entering the village chicane. Is it village chicane or is it farm chicane? It's village chicane. Ah, okay. Five minutes left on the clock. Charles' last lap time at 202.4 compared to Sean's last lap time of a 202.9. And Charles enters the pits. So now is the moment of truth. I'm curious to see how long he's going to be stationary.
And I think also without a gauge of Sean out close to him on the time charts, it's been hard to decide how fast he was going in those closing laps of his stint, but we'll find out soon enough.
Sean Stratham is exiting Luffield now. Charles Wilkin has pulled away, so Charles also going for the splash and dash strategy then. Followed by Ryan Barrington-Smith, who's also looking like he took a quick splash and dash. Charles exits the pits with Sean right ahead, well, a few seconds ahead of him. I'm sure the timing tower will update in just a moment. Yeah, Charles is exiting Beckett's now. Just about see him in the background there. Sean looking like he managed to pull a bit of an advantage there by pitting earlier. Even though he was faced with traffic, he still managed to eke out faster laps. Unless their pit stops differed ever so slightly.
Defend your position. Yellow flag, we've been warned about track limits. Green flag, all clear.
Jeez, lad.
Pit window closing in 2 minutes. The gap in front has increased to 6.7. B13. Pit window closes in 1 minute. The car behind is reeling you in. The gap is now 2.3 seconds.
Car right. Clear right.
All these cars in front of us, have they put tyres on or not? Doesn't look like it.
I don't think so. They're coming towards us.
10 minutes remaining,
Yeah.
10 minutes. Pit window is now closed. Yellow flag. The incident's clear. Green flag.
Emmett.
seconds. That lap time was 2:03.62. We've gone out of track limits. Keep it between the lines. Yellow flag, incident clear, back to green flag.
Right side. Still there. Clear right.
That's barely a scratch, mate. Just ignore it.
Right side. Clear right. You're in the middle, 3 wide. Clear all round.
Yellow flag, stay sharp. Incident clear, green flag.
Just about as Roxanne and Byron were going past, I think that might have been a back marker at the time.
No, that's actually Flip Gonzalez. So Flip
Was that
buckling
fun?
under the pressure with Roxanne arriving there. Byron is back on Roxanne's tail though. Gap down to half a second again. Just hopping back to P26. Bjorn Buchner's just letting some traffic lapping him by. Endron Governor and P17 trying to close the gap to Anthony Wilson. Again, Endron, one of the top 10 qualifiers. I think he was P5 when he started. We're seeing the pattern now emerge. Like, what is the optimal strategy? And I think it's the same as it was with the M2 series last season. Run deep, take a light fuel stop, and only use one set of tires. So I'm sure a lot of teams are going to be looking at their setups, trying to tweak it and fix their issues with tire wear so that they can like try and eke out the same race pace as the field up ahead. Jaco Alberts trying to figure out. He's managed to overtake Nick Hodgson for P5. Jeremy. No, so that's not Jeremy. Right. So Nick is pretty safe for the rest of the race. It has to be a catastrophic error on his end to lose out to Jeremy now as well. But Nick seems to be struggling a little bit to keep it clean and consistent. I mean, barring the fact that he lost a ton of time taking tires. Because although it's not that much, looking at the times, if it's anything to go by, Nick is about 16 seconds behind behind Sean Stradon. So he managed to claw back 15 of the 27 seconds. Well, actually 12 of the 17 seconds, the 27 seconds that he would have lost.
Does put a lot of pressure on to get everything you can out of the car. So
Yes.
obviously the harder you're pushing, the more you are opening up into errors, even if you do have more rubber to use. But yeah, that's let's say he's left himself a lot of work in the second stint then, having to drive the car to its maximum.
Nick going side by side with Jaco Alberts there. He's definitely got the tire advantage, I think, because yeah, I remember Jaco only doing a splash and dash. So Nick is desperate to try and capitalize in like dying moments of this race. Exploring some different lines to try and get a better exit, but he has to be careful. There's a back marker that's also trying to be quick.
Say with the engines being equal, to get the most out of the tires, you're probably going to have to throw it up the inside a bit harder and
on the
almost
outside
end
of
it.
Luffield. They're going to go side by side through Cox here. Who flinches? Does anybody flinch?
Well, Nick's got his nose ahead for the first time in that battle, but it's back even again.
Oh. Yaku not letting up, but I think he's... Ooh, a little bit of contact. I'm wondering who that is right behind them. Is that Sean Bingham? No. I'll have to see the car number in just a moment. Oh, what happened? Yaku still side by side. Switching to the helicam now. Nick managing to eke ahead there into the Vale chicane, and I think he's got it done. The last minute squabbling. This is leaving it for the very last moment. Sean Strydom crossing the finish line, and he will be starting the very last lap of this race. 29 laps completed, so all done, all said and done. We would have seen 30 laps of racing on this track tonight. I'm just gonna quickly hop back to Ingrid Governor in P16. He seems to be closing quickly on this crowd. So that's Byron Thompson, Ashley Wilson. Sorry, let me just double check. Ashley Wilson and Chris Heineke, with Roxanne right at the front of the train. And there seems to be loads of traffic. Oh no! Roxanne just turning and not realizing there was someone still on the inside there. Just hop back. She does get back going. So all things considered, Byron Thompson managed to get ahead now. Well, there was a car that was turned backwards at the exit of Luffield. Back to Sean Strydom. He is turning onto the Wellington Straight now. He's run an absolutely flawless race. Joel Wilkin is 14 seconds behind him. Sean, like, really capitalizing on a strategy tonight, and staying consistent. I think. Oh, I wonder if Shaw was maybe caught up in that incident. Someone crawling over the finish line in an attempt to try and save some fuel. So Sean taking P1. Joel has got the number 74 car all over the back of him, but he manages to clinch P2, and Ryan Barrington-Smith takes P3. Sean Bingham will be able to bring it home lazily. Nick is quite far away there for P5. I'm sure Nick is probably very frustrated right now. He had to do quite the battle to get into P5, although he was running P4 quite comfortably. I think he would feel if he can run the optimal strat, he can do a bit better. Right, and then Jaco Alberts taking P6. Jeremy de Villiers bringing home P7. Ardis Boyce P8. And Marcus Stein looking to be bringing it home in P10. Oh, no, P9. With Arvia, who was in contention for P4. Also one of the drivers that took tires. I think I remember him being in contention for like a top 5 finish at least. So he's also got a little bit of reflecting to go and do and see if there was something better that could be done from a strategy point of view. People doing donuts now. And I think the majority of the field are doing their thing. I'm gonna switch to our commentator view quickly. Ooh.